Welcome, beautiful souls, to our cosmic guidance. My name is Angela Shakti Sparks, and I am with my beautiful, amazing business partner, Amanda Korger, and together we are Heart Magic Healing. And in our cosmic guidance videos, we share intuitive guidance that comes through around various topics. And so, with that, I'm going to kick it off to Amanda to share what we will be speaking about today.
Yeah. So today our theme is life is a mirror. So, what is life reflecting to you if it's a mirror? And really, how can we receive the messages from the universe and understand those messages? Understand what it's reflecting, because when you do realize what it's reflecting, that's when you can begin to shift patterns and align yourself energetically with your desires, because life is really showing you here's where you're at now and this is where your desire is at. So it's showing you, if you're setting the intention of aligning with a specific desire, it's showing you exactly where you're at now, giving you opportunities to shift these patterns, to grow and evolve, up level, so to speak, change your vibration, and really align energetically with your desires.
Yes, beautiful. So it's very interesting that we're doing this topic because, as often happens, we get to work with what we're going to be sharing with all of you. Seems to come up anytime we have a topic. And so I have I had this high school boyfriend, and he was absolutely terrible. He was narcissistic. He was verbally abusive to me. And I was plagued, and this is a long time ago, by dreams. Like all throughout my life, I've been plagued by dreams that he would just like be in my dreams. And I'm like, why can't I get rid of this, rid of this person, this energy? And literally a couple weeks ago, I had one of the dreams, and then it hit me that I had done some, so he hurt me really bad, right? And I was like, I'm not like that. I'm not like this person. Like when you talk about mirrors, I think my point here is that like sometimes you think with mirrors, it's reflecting exactly something. And often it's not reflecting exactly something, but it's reflecting, like Amanda said, a pattern. And so what I realized was that after being in this relationship with him and being treated like this, I then, in my relationships following that for many years, would not do exactly what he did, but I would just date people for a couple months and then I just ghost them. Like I would ghost them and I would leave, and I know that, like, I realized that that hurt them. And so I was hurting these people, but in a different way. And so when I had this realization a couple weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, like, like some of the things that I hated or that I saw as bad about him, I was doing not the exact things, but hurting people, but just in a different way because of my pain and my trauma and what I'd been through. And so I did some forgiveness work. It showed me some places where I needed to forgive myself. And since I have done that forgiveness, he has not been in any of my dreams. It's been so amazing. I'm like, oh, that's all I had to do was face and see what was what my dreams were reflecting to me, right? From that past time. So sorry, I know that was kind of a long story, but I just thought it was relevant to this topic. So
Yeah, it's interesting. You were mentioning how it shows up in your dreams. And that I think is one of the things that is good to talk about is what are the ways that we're receiving these messages. And you can definitely do work in your dreams. I know that sometimes I will set an intention before I go to sleep, and some of the things that come up in my dreams are reflecting to me things that I need to know. And again, I feel like a lot of this is really what's kind of that energy or pattern behind it, especially in regards to dreams. At least for myself, the dreams maybe aren't like straightforward, but there is very much many times I'm holding on to an energy or an emotion when I come out of that dream. I'm like, whoa, like, okay, where did that come from? What do I need to know about it? not exact details of what was in the dream, but maybe that emotion. Do you resonate with that, Angela, or what comes through for you there?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think again, it's just learning to recognize how how these things are being reflected, and learning to, um, I guess, one, become aware of them, right? So that you
Mm-hmm.
can then work with them, as opposed to just passing it off like, oh yeah, that was just a dream I had. It's like, oh, a lot of times our dreams, you're right, are they have messages for us, but you have to take the time to reflect on it and see what is it that I need to see here or notice here, or what, not that I need to, but what can I see here that can help me in some way.
Yeah. So you're talking about what ways are receiving them and stuff. And I feel like maybe one of the things that would be good to bring in here is intention. And this for me has been a really powerful practice. Like I mentioned, setting an intention for my dreams, and it's many times I'm setting an intention for my day or even a specific meeting. I've had that happen before where I set an intention for the meeting or the day, whatever it is. And then I love to ask God or the universe to show me, what do I need to see, hear, feel, know. Show me what I need to know about this, right? And then I go and I check in after. And at least that way I have an intention in mind of like, okay, this is what I'm focusing on. And now, as I look at my day, what pieces were best for me to know about. And I go back at the end of the day and I check in and I'm like, okay, which parts of this are related to my intention? And what is that showing me related to my intention for the day or the meeting or whatever the case might be?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, and sometimes I'll do it where, maybe set the intention. A lot of times mine is to be open, yeah, like same thing, like open to what I need to see, but then I kind of give myself my self instructions to stay open to seeing it. So sometimes
Yeah.
I do that with the question, like well, this is what magic and miracles can I allow and experience today and every day, but like what insights can I allow an experience today? And so kind of opening up that energy and setting the intention to stay aware throughout the day as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and even you can do this for meditation as well. Like I think I've shared in some of our vibrational activations, one of the my favorite things to do is a walking meditation. And so I love to set an intention for my walk and I'll receive messages on the walk. And sometimes I don't have that next piece of information. I'm regular checking in, like, okay, do I have what I need to know? And the answer might be no. And if you're wondering how am I getting that, many times I'm muscle testing is one of my preferred methods. I might be walking down the street, like testing with my fingers, is this a yes, is this a no, like what's going on here? Yeah, and so that's one of my preferred methods. And sometimes I don't have the next piece of information, and so then I start to observe. I become really present with my surroundings. What am I noticing? Sometimes it could be something that I'm walking past at a house, or maybe it's related to the temperature or whatever. Like, it's just amazing that when we open ourselves up to the possibilities, we are shown what we need to know. And then it's almost like playing a game or a puzzle of like, oh, okay, well, I'm really noticing how windy it is right now. What does this windiness have to do with um, whatever my intention is, or something like that? That was, I didn't have a specific example there, but those are the types of things that I do. And so if I have the next piece of information, then I'm getting really quiet inside and I'm focusing on my heart center and I'm doing my best to almost like let it bubble up. I'm doing my best not to let my mind get in the way, but almost just kind of let it rise to the surface and what's coming to my mind. Now, at the same time, if I have a lot of thoughts going through my mind, I'm also doing my best to take a step back and observe what thoughts are passing through and how is this related to my intention.
Yeah, I love that. A couple good points that you said that had come to mind for me as well is yeah, like noticing the stories that, what are those repeating stories in your head? Because those are often showing you something that could use some healing or clearing. But also sometimes it's just the thoughts are kind of in the way, and it's learning to drop down past the thoughts and just become more aware. And I call it like a full embodied awareness where drop into your breath, close your eyes, and just start by just, like noticing your surroundings. Notice the feel of the air on your skin, the sounds that are around you, the ground beneath you. Feel the space that's around you. Feel your breath moving. So just create this awareness, because then that helps you open up to the different things that are being reflected to you, the different signs, the different messages. And then also what came through was uh, also being open to life mirroring you the beautiful things in your
Yeah.
life around you, right? So um it doesn't always have to be about something that needs to be cleared or worked with, or a negative pattern that you have, right? What if you also invite life to mirror you all the beauty that is in your life, because that in itself can create some really beautiful things. It can deepen your gratitude for life, and gratitude, as we know, is a very powerful practice that when the more you're grateful for things, the more things that are grateful for come into your life. So where maybe make this a game also of allowing, inviting in life to mirror you beauty and joyful things, and loving in all the ways that you are loved, and all the beauty that is in the world. So what amazing things can you invite or allow or be open to being mirrored to you that are that positive and uplifting side?
Yeah, and maybe using that to notice at the end of your day too, right? Like that's such a beautiful thing. Like, oh, what beautiful things did life reflect to me today? What would I love to call forward more of? Also highlighting the things that you love and desire and realizing how they're already here in your life in some capacity. I love that.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel a little goosebumps just doing that. I'm like, oh, I need to do this practice tonight. I can't wait to do it. I'm excited about that. I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you, universe, for a new little practice for today.
there we go. There we go. All right. Is there anything else that's coming through for you, Angela?
No, I think that's a good way to close it. So
Yeah.
go be reflected all the beauty and love and joy that life has to offer you.
Really kind of you take it as that life is happening for you rather than to you. And so take this into your day to day and just be curious. Invite in that playfulness and curiosity to help you learn and discover things. So, if you have found this message helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, or maybe you know someone else that could really benefit from this message. And we would love if you would share it with someone else that could benefit from it. And maybe you've really enjoyed this and you would love to share a heart centered donation. We have our Venmo link in the description below, or you can find it at our channel page. Bye for now. We look forward to connecting with you again soon.